Hey, what's up, B.A.I.L Nation? It's 7:23 on Wednesday night. The boys over at B.A.I.L doing a little bit of disc golfing with his buddy. I'm out here at Winthrop, walking in the 91, 92 degree heat. I've had some folks give me some feedback on what I'm doing for my mission statement and for my vision for B.A.I.L Academy, B.A.I.L Nation. And I want to thank those guys. Sam Martin, thank you, buddy. Lori, Stacy, thank y'all. B.A.I.L, excuse me. B.A.I.L is B.A.I.L because I think it kind of flows in a particular order. My friend Sam kind of gave me the idea of changing it over to like A.B.I.L for able, kind of a play on words, and I like the idea because I agree that B.A.I.L could kind of have a negative connotation to it. However, the B.A.I.L Nation is going to bring that word back. I know it means bail somebody out of jail, or to bail on a party. I'm not going to go, I'm just going to bail. But in this case, I think that the order is important because in order for one to actually achieve anything, well, it could be anything. I'm not talking about just quitting drinking or weight loss. It could be anything. Changing jobs, leaving an abusive relationship, finding a new girlfriend, finding a new boyfriend, moving to another state where you have no friends. I mean, everything. Writing a book, doing stand-up comedy, anything you could think of. For you to achieve whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, you have to first believe that it can be achieved. If you don't have belief in yourself that you can achieve that goal, then again, it's not going to happen. You have to have the belief that you can first achieve the goal, and then once you've achieved that goal, the I and the L come into play in that order, because people start to see the results of the work you put in. And especially if you're, posting your results to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, whatever, people see those results. They become inspired by those results. They want to get off the couch and do something themselves. A great example of that is my friend Vance Hines. You guys may have seen this guy. He was about, I think, 400 pounds when he first started, and he saw a comedian run a half marathon, I think it was, and it got him motivated to get off of his couch, and he did. And he started posting his weigh-ins on Mondays, started doing DDP, Diamond Dallas Page Yoga, ex-wrestler, started doing his workouts, posting that stuff every week, and he's down to like 215 pounds or something like that. The guy is a freaking beast. But do you think he would have done any of that if first he wasn't inspired by Bert, the comedian? Second, he had to believe that getting off of his couch is going to result in something other than what he was already getting in life, which was, health problems and misery and all that good stuff. So the believing first and then achieving your goal or goals and setting new goals, all that stuff kind of flows right into inspiring other people. And when you inspire other people, what happens then is like a ripple effect. You drop a pebble into a pond, and the ripples start in the center and they spread out. That's right. Well, when you have the ripple effect in the B.A.I.L movement, what you're going to have is you're going to have a bunch of people out there who are doing what Vance Hines did and what I'm doing, other folks. And they're going to see, inspiration. They're going to get the idea that they can do it themselves. They're going to get off the couch. And they're going to reach out to myself or Vance or whoever else that is their inspiration. And they're going to start doing the same thing. And then they're going to inspire somebody with their journey, their transformation. And then they lead that person into how they're doing what they're doing. They lead by example. And then, you know what? The whole thing starts over again. It's like a continuous loop. And that has the effect of helping change our society one believer at a time. One believer in B.A.I.L, one believer in Vance. One person at a time. And all it takes is to do something that you're not used to doing. And I'm not saying, I made a comment the other day about going out to hike Mount Mitchell. No one's saying you gotta hike Mount Mitchell. I thought I was gonna die. I was sore the next 3 days. It was not a terribly fun experience in the moment, but if someone asked me to go tomorrow to hike Mount Mitchell with them, I'd go. Because there's a sense of accomplishment. And we're not talking about a huge mountain, we're talking about 6,684 foot mountain, of which you're already starting about 3,000 feet up because the trailhead starts there. So, but you're doing right at 12.5 miles round trip up and down, and it's hard. The hardest thing I've ever done in terms of exercise or physical activity or whatever. So I'm not saying you gotta do something like that. If you can, do it, hell yeah. But, doing what I'm doing right now. Get out, go to Winthrop Lake. Walk Winthrop Lake. If you walk the perimeter, which I'm doing right now, and I just walked around the top of the Coliseum as well. You walk the perimeter of this thing, you're gonna get about 3 or 4 miles in probably. And you're gonna sweat your butt off because it's like 91 degrees out here right now. But you know what? It's fun. I'm not at home, sitting on the couch. I'm not out at timeout. No offense to you guys, I love you guys, all of y'all. But I'm not at timeout drinking like I used to. I'm not at, Garvey's having the phenomenal burnt ends. Because right now, it's not in my diet. I'm just doing what I need to do to get to my weight, my goal weight. In about 3 weeks or so, I'm gonna be headed down into Atlanta to do some coaching mastery course that will allow me to start to actually coach individuals on the mindset that I've adopted, and in the process of, in terms of like the physical things that I'm doing and different things to get out of my comfort zone. All that will take place when I get my associate coaching credential at the ACC. And then I'm strongly considering going and getting a physical personal trainer designation as well, so I can do not only the lifestyle coaching that was my initial motivation to do this, but also maybe some low-level physical training, personal training, to help people who are not the traditional persons who hire a trainer. Now, I've never wanted to go to one of those guys who's this big, huge muscle head who's telling you to push out 14 more reps and counting his seconds on the stopwatch. But I do believe there's a very important aspect in anyone's transformation is health. Exercise, moving, doing something, physical, diet, all those things, all that stuff plays into your overall transformation. And as well, your mental aspect is huge. The feeling you have when you finish a really tough workout or a big climb, like Mount Mitchell or something, it's like a natural endorphin rush. Your brain releases dopamine. You're having these chemical reactions that are making you feel just like you're on high, but you're not on an artificial high. It's a high on life. It's kind of cool. And I get that now when I do what I'm doing. When I'm walking, exercising, whatever. I used to despise this. I used to hate exercise with a passion. Still not a huge fan of it, but I do love the feeling afterwards. The endorphin rush you get, the dopamine it releases into the brain, and just the kind of natural high you get is cool. So I want anybody who has had interest in learning about what this means, B.A.I.L. It is a process. It is a process that you have to follow in order for you to have a successful transformation, in my opinion. You have to believe that you can make changes. And once you start to achieve those changes and achieve those results you're trying to achieve, people get inspired by that, and then you lead them by example. That's the whole B.A.I.L philosophy in a nutshell. Inspiration is a huge thing. I don't think a lot of folks understand how important it is that people see you do something to improve yourself. Because here's the thing, people who haven't seen me in a long time, and I still have the old man neck and the little bit chubby cheeks, but those who've seen me a lot and they can see where the 70 pounds has gone away, they have seen the gradual changes over the last 8.5 months. It'll be 9 months actually on the 8th of June. So we'll say almost 9 months they've seen the gradual transformation. But those who haven't seen me in a long time, and all they remember is just Fat Rob, and now they're seeing somebody who's not as fat, who's trying to make better of the situation. They think that it's happened like, yesterday. It happened quickly overnight kind of crap. It's not the truth. This is not hard to do, but it does require sacrifice of time that would be going to other things. The sacrifice of time that would be going to putting in some extra hours of work, or spending a little time with my kids right now. And I'll be doing a lot of that. I've been doing a lot more of that since I quit drinking. I'll tell you that right now. Sacrifices time away from the bars, which the side effect of that is I've saved about $5,000 by not drinking in the last 9 months. I didn't have $5,000 to spend on alcohol. So where that money is coming from, I have no idea. So I hope you guys realize that when I say it's not hard, that it's not hard. It just takes time. It takes the desire to delay instant gratification, and it takes you having a vision of what you want to look like, feel like, and be when this is all done. And you have to want to live with an intensity and intense intention. That's more like it, intense intention, because it's intentional. You can't get transformed by accident. You have to do it with intention. And once you start it, it's fun. So I hope you guys all join me in this B.A.I.L movement, taking back the word. We're not bailing in life anymore. Screw that crap. We're moving forward. We're accepting that word as our own. It's going to have a positive connotation. No more negative bullcrap. So you guys have a good Wednesday night. We'll see you in my Monday weigh-in.
Yeah.